S&P got down to 32.31, which is about 15 points from the lows for the year. Let's get to Bertha Coombs. Bertha?
That's right. We are off the opening lows, nonetheless, right now on pace for the worst day since last August when trade fears really hit this market. The global sell-off is what's really contributing to the momentum here on the downside. Among the worst performers today, obviously over in Italy, where they saw a big spike in the numbers, and as well in South Korea. Those are two of the biggest outbreaks outside of China. Here at home, we are seeing financials also under the big tech firms, first of all, are the largest decliners this morning. They have large exposures. Certainly Apple, we know about. Tesla, which says that its Gigafactory is right now not a big contributor to revenues, so it's not really going to have a big impact. But you've got to wonder about Tesla's auto sales in February, with things pretty much just at a standstill throughout much of China for most of the month. And of course, when you take a look at the tech stocks here, if I can work this here, AMD now down about 7% off of the lows. But these guys not only have impact with regard to potential demand, but also supply disruption as well. Financials, as I mentioned, are getting hit. The energy sector is down close to 15% now for the year. It already had been the loser for the year, near the low set back on February 3rd. Take a look at some of the big losers here, local producers. Gold miners are among the only things that we're seeing in the green this morning as gold moves near a 7-year high, and they are moving higher. Newmont is one of the best performers in the S&P. As yields fall, as investors also look for safety, financials have been taking a hit, but politics may also be weighing on sentiment and financials as well. After Bernie Sanders' decisive win in Nevada, Sanders would push for more regulatory pressure on the big banks, and certainly Sanders, as we know, has vowed to outlaw health insurers. United Health's the biggest drag on the Dow, off 6.7%, a huge decline there. The insurers last week actually had all been dipping a bit to the downside after Sanders' win in New Hampshire in the primary there. They recovered a little bit. If we can move on to the board this morning, the insurers, including United, that have the biggest exposure to large employers, are among those taking the biggest hit. The insurers, as far as health is concerned, have all been very well prepared for flu season. It really didn't impact their results, and they're not really seeing that big a spike. Of course, coronavirus, if we saw an epidemic here in the U.S., would be a different matter. That's not really priced in. But, guys, at the moment, where we're really seeing the expense in terms of containing the coronavirus is with the public health departments, because they are following all of the people who have come back from China and need to be self-quarantined, making sure to follow up with their contacts. As an aside, even so, if you go to a doctor's office here in New York City, as I went a couple of weeks ago, you will see signs saying, hey, if you're coughing, put on a mask. They'll give you one because they don't want people to spread viruses this time of year.